Okay, everybody, as I screwed up the whole, not attendance, discussions in the recording yesterday, I figured I would redo it. What I'd done was I actually created this document correctly, but when I copied my summer course into my fall, I overwrote all the changes I made. So my bad. So I fixed it. Now I'm posting it again. Okay. For CIT 2603, ethical hacking, you are to do discussions each week. And as it says, you are required to read multiple chapters per week. In the past, I had you make a post for every chapter. And with 21 chapters, that got very long. And basically, it was a lot of work on you guys. I still want you to read all the chapters, but I don't want you to have to post and reply on 21 different chapters. So you're going to read multiple chapters each week. And we'll look at the schedule here in a second. You're only required to make one original post each week. Some weeks there'll be more than one chapter. On those weeks, you still only have to make one. And your post needs to be only over one of the chapters. If you want to make a post that includes more than one chapter, that is totally fine, and I would appreciate it, but I'm not going to require it because, like I said, that got to nearly 4 chapters a week of posting. And it just seemed like more busy work. So if someone has posted about a topic, for instance, one of the chapters talks about the game of Frogger. If somebody else talks about Frogger, I mean, if you want to make a post about Frogger as well, that's fine, but try to cover a different aspect of it. For instance, Space Wars is covered actually in multiple chapters. If someone else makes a post about Space Wars, you can also post about Space Wars, but again, a different aspect of it. I do not want to see the same post over and over and over. With the multiple number of chapters each week, you should be able to find a different topic to post about. So do not post on a topic already posted. Okay. You're also required to make as a minimum 2 or more replies to other students' posts. I just want to know that you're reading something. Okay. Whole point of a discussion is to discuss something. As I said in the prior video, if we were sitting here around the table discussing something, how would you reply to something I say? So what if I said, it is cloudy today? Would you just reply, yep? No, you would probably say, yeah, I agree with you. You know, it is kind of cloudy. It looks like it might be raining outside. You know, the weatherman says it's going to clear up at 2 o'clock, but, you know, I don't want a whole bunch of, yep, I agree. Try to expand upon it, okay? There's so much in this book. So, again, if someone posts about Space Wars, you can very easily post on, you know, expand on that post. Said, yeah, you know, Space Wars was amazing, and, you know, the display, you know, DPI initially was so low you really couldn't see it. You know, just expand upon it in some aspect, okay? Here's how you do it. You make your initial post basically by Tuesday, but I'm going to show you on the chart below. Post over multiple days. This discussion is a week-long discussion. I don't want you to come on Tuesday, make your initial post, reply to 2 others, all in 10 minutes, and never come back again. You know, that's like running into the middle of a dinner discussion. So we're sitting there eating dinner. We're going to be there probably an hour and a half. It's like you running in real quick and say, hey, these potatoes are good. Wow, your potatoes look good too, and so does your salad. Bye, and you leave. You know, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for actual active discussion here, okay? So over multiple days. Make a minimum of 2 other replies, as I mentioned. The way it'll be graded, you actually get 12.5 points for the entire discussions, all 8 discussions. So the discussion's worth 100 points. So if you divide 100 points divided by 8, you end up getting 12.5 points per discussion, okay? If you do no discussions, obviously you can get a 90 as long as you ace everything else. So discussions are worth something. Now, of those 12.5 points, here's how they'll be awarded. You're going to get 12.5% of those points, basically 1/8 of the points, for making your first post by the date required. You're going to get another 1/8 of the points by posting across multiple days. So you're going to get a quarter of the points by posting by the date required and posting over multiple days. Then you're going to get a quarter of the points based upon the quality and actually completing the post. So your main post and then your replies. I tell you, I do look at what you post. And if I see a, yep, I agree, that's not going to give you the full 25%. You will be docked some points. And don't come back to me and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Okay, here's the schedule. Based upon the book, Hackers, Heroes of the Revolution, Computer Revolution by Stephen Levy. I mean, it's amazing. You can read it or you can listen to it on Audible or whatever you want to do. On week 1, you can make an initial post by Wednesday. You'll notice every other week is by Tuesday. But week 1, I'm giving you by Wednesday because we don't start on Sunday. We actually start on Monday. So even though today's Sunday and you can actually start today, so I'm giving you 1 additional day to make your initial post. Replies with an S, in other words, multiple replies by Saturday. Okay, you're going to be reading. This book is broken into 3 parts. You can see here 1, 2, 3, and an epilogue. So under part 1, for week 1, you're going to read the first 2 chapters, the Tech Model Railroad Club and the Hacker Ethic. So you're going to read those 2 chapters. Post about something in there. Okay. Week 2. Initial post by Tuesday, because if we start on a Sunday, 3 days later is Tuesday, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is the 3rd day. So you need to post by Tuesday, again, replies by Saturday, and still in the same part of the book, but now we're on chapters 3, 4, 5, 6. I know what some of you can say, sweet, I only need to read 1 little section of 1 part of the book, and I'll get full credit. Well, you know, this book is actually an amazing book. I've read over 200 books in the last year or so. I highly recommend you start reading some books. Okay, I actually have read some, believe it or not. Me and Virginia are sitting home at night now reading a chapter out of a book every single night. Not only does it give us time together, we're actually learning something. But most of my books I do listen to on Audible or from the Metro Library. Yes, you can get a lot of books for free from the Metro Library. But, you know, read these chapters. There's a lot of good information. Yeah, it might sound like a lot, but I can guarantee you, you can read these 4 chapters in maybe 2 hours. That's all. First of all, you're supposed to be spending 3 hours for every hour of class time you meet. A normal class in 8 weeks meets 2.5 hours twice a week. So figure, even if it was only 2 hours, that is 6 hours twice a week you should be spending on homework time out of class. So over an 8-week period, each week you should be spending 12 hours reading, working on homework, doing something. You should be spending 12 hours. Spend an hour or 2 and read. Okay, it can't hurt you. I'm actually requiring you to read now in multiple classes. Sorry about that, but there's a lot of good information. And if you have no idea which books to read, ask me. Now, I can give you some examples. Heck, I might even share some of the books that I'm reading. Okay, let's get in week 3. It's chapter 7 through 10. Hopefully there's no typos in here. I do have a space there, but oh well. Week 4 is about Tiny Basic. Now you notice week 4 only has 1 chapter. Can you guess why? What normally happens on week 4? Oh, that would be the midterm. So that week you only have 1 chapter. Week 5, you got 12 through 15. Week 6, 16 through 19. Week 7, chapter 20, and the epilogue. Okay? So, there's really 2 sections there to read. And then week 8, you're not really reading anything. I want you to reflect over this course. What did you like? What did you not like? What could be added? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you sit there and say, I think XYZ was stupid, and you didn't do it, that's not a valid post. Okay. The reason I'm saying this is a lot of students don't realize this, but I can see when you open up a page, I can see when you watch a video, I can see when you open this discussion information, for instance. So when I post this, And if you come back to me and say, I had no idea I needed to post by such and such a day, and you didn't watch this video or didn't read the instruction page, I'll know about it, okay? I can see when you answer a question in a quiz. I can see when you go to the next page of something. So yes, please put in the time. And if you're going to reflect on something, please reflect based upon actually doing the task or completing it. Don't tell me, Minecraft, or not, Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft is terrible, but don't tell me MindTap is terrible, and I go in and look and see you didn't complete half the labs. Or MindTap never works, yet everybody else says it works fine, okay? Give it a chance. You might actually learn something. And try to put something into the class, okay? That should explain discussions. Sorry about not having this posted initially, but considering classes start tomorrow, I still think I'm okay by having it posted in plenty of time. All right. Thank you all for your time.